And NCBA's annual economic outlook report forecasts a 4.8% growth in Kenya's GDP for the 2024-2025 financial year, driven by lower inflation and a favorable external environment. NCBA Group MD John Gachora notes that government actions, including paying the June 2024 Eurobond, have supported economic resilience. However, as Jimmy Mbogo reports, private sector players remain concerned about the country's tax regime.
NCBA's 4.8% growth outlook is based on favorable weather boosting agro-processing, while service sector remains resilient. However, the private sector has raised concerns, urging for a fairer tax approach that doesn't overly burden businesses and households. President Ruto's senior economic advisor David Ndii explained that the tax structure is part of a strategy to mobilize resources and reduce debt dependence.
Mobilizing tax revenue and spending way more efficiently must go hand in hand to enable our beloved country to build fiscal buffers, prepare for future shocks, and deliver sustainable development, and more importantly, ignite inclusive economic growth.
There will be a lot of squealing, as there must be, but we really hope that the people who are bearing their disproportionate share will come out and say that this is actually a positive thing, because purpose is not only to be able to finance the things we need to finance for the economy, but also to ease the burden.
Ndii further emphasizing that under the IMF program, immediate tax relief is infeasible, although the government plans to lower tax rates by broadening the tax base.
When are people going to see relief? I want to make reference to something I said before. When you're in an IMF program, you are in the receivership. There's no relief. You're only going to get relief when you come out of receivership. The reason why many countries have remained where they are and they are in cycles of macroeconomic crisis is because they don't bite the bullet.
Although inflation has reduced to below 3%, there are calls to cut production costs, particularly for the struggling manufacturing sector.
Now, the cost of production in China is far lower than it is for products that are manufactured in Kenya. So, as an industry, we have to be competitive, because we're not only competing against each other, we are competing against China, we're competing against India, we're competing against Vietnam.
For the 2 years, we all feel 15% poorer. And I think that is true. When you look at inflation, when you look at the new taxes that have come, we are 15% poorer. And somebody else asked me, so if you come and brag about inflation being at 2.7%, what the hell does that mean for me?
Jimmy Mbogo, Citizen TV, Nairobi.